Here's what I would say in closing. If you're here today and you're a Christian, then read Daniel 5:31. And Darius the Mede received the kingdom being about 62 years old. Read that, and here's what you should hear. God keeps his word. God's plan to save will not be thwarted by man's unfaithfulness. You should hear Darius the Mede received the kingdom, and you should hear of Cyrus, and it should remind you again of our study in Ezra, Nehemiah, and how God moves so powerfully. Okay, let it just go back through the mental Rolodex there. Like, is the Rolodex still a thing? I don't know. Go back through that and remember how God moved powerfully throughout the book of Ezra and Nehemiah to bring his people home. He provided for them all along the way. He even provided them the prophetic kick that they needed when they stopped working on the temple. Like he sent Haggai, he sent Zechariah. He provided them for them when they went astray. And then you can zoom out. You can follow that timeline. You can see it on the timeline. You can follow that timeline forward to the time of Jesus. And you should let that remind you of the cross, remind you of the resurrection. And then you can be reminded of the Spirit empowering the church at Pentecost, right? Like all of these things, you can just follow the dominoes. Let it remind you of the Holy Spirit empowering the church at Pentecost. And then you can think of Acts, and you can think of the epistles, and be reminded how God moves in power to establish a kingdom that cannot be shaken. You can see all of the trials, all of the opposition in Acts, and you can see God overcoming them time after time. Finally, you can think forward to all the promises still ahead of us. From where we stand right here, right now, you can think forward to all of the promises still ahead of us. And if he kept his word and all of those things in the past, then surely he will keep it now. Okay, so we can bank on all of those promises. We can just be reminded once more that God is faithful, that he'll provide you strength through temptation. 1 Corinthians 10 promises you. He'll provide you strength through temptation for you. That you're beloved and kept, as we saw in the book of Jude. Again, that he will build his church. The gates of hell will not prevail against it. Promise from God, he will do it. That he will call to himself a people from every tribe, tongue, and nation. He'll do it. And that this isn't all there is. Okay, when we look around, like life, all that we see, this isn't all there is. One day, we will join him in a new heaven, new earth, kingdom, where all sin is eliminated, all suffering is past, and he then makes all things new. Okay, so when you read of his kept promise, follow the dominoes, church, and let it lead you to worship. Let it just fill your heart with worship and gratitude. Let it give you confidence to plod on. Let it put wind in your sails for one more week ahead of you this week. One more week of following Jesus, living here as exiles with our eyes on an everlasting kingdom.